Wow, you are welcome to Rabbit Palace and more. Today on this video, we are looking at breeding, mating, or crossing your rabbit. And as you can see, our bag is ready. One of the clearest things you have to put in place when doing this is that ensure that you have already fed both your doe, which is the female rabbit, and your buck, which is the male rabbit. Ensure that they have eaten and they are healthy before you do that. Okay, so then you also ensure that you take off the drinkers and the feeders out of the cage. The cage must be literally empty so that there won't be any form of interruption or distraction in the process. So you have to ensure that the cage is empty so that during the breeding process, the buck or the doe will not be eaten. That is a disturbance to the process. So at this time, then we are now trying to introduce the doe, that's a female, to the buck's cage. Make sure that you don't send the buck to the doe's cage, but rather you send the doe, which is the female, to the buck, which is the male's cage. As you can see, our buck is a Dutch and then our doe is a chinchilla. So we have just introduced our doe. Let's see what happens. So but what we are looking at here, we are looking at 3 successful fall off, which I'll be explaining shortly. So you can see it is mounted. It has mounted on the doe and it is trying. One of the things you have to understand is that try as much as possible as the buck, which is the male, is trying to get a successful breeding. You too should also assist in some way when the genitals of the female is pointing to one side of the cage, that is making it impossible or highly difficult for the buck to penetrate the genitals of the female. One thing too is you can assist by using your hand to reposition the doe. As you can see what is going on. So it is mounting on the wrong side. So I'm trying to assess. So what we are looking at is a successful breathing. So the falls off we are talking about, the fall off is a dramatic process where when the buck genitals penetrate that of the female, then it will dramatically fall off on the side way or on the back as we are looking. Okay, wow, this is a fall off. So we count this as our first fall off. So but what is the indication that it was a successful fall off? The buck would be stamping his feet on the floor of the cage to indicate that there was ejaculation. It means his genital was able to penetrate that of the female successfully and there was ejaculation. So it will be stamping his feet on the floor of the cage, as you can see, as if it is jumping and then it is stamping its feet on the floor of the cage. So it indicates that that was a success. So what are some of the things you will know? How will I know that in the breeding process my buck did a great job or it was successful? That's one of the things I just mentioned. The buck, after a successful breeding, will be stamping its back feet on the floor of the cage. And number two is that while in this dramatic fall off process, then you will see that the buck will be making some funny noise. Let me see if I can help you with something similar. Then you'll be hearing some noise like or it might not be what I've just demonstrated, but there should be some noise. It is also an indication, but don't say that, oh, my back in the breeding process I have not heard any noise. Yes, it might not, but you will see one of these signs. Either the back will be stamping its back feet on the cage, or it will be producing some noise to tell you that that fall off was not the female or the doe that pushed it away, but the genital of the back was able to penetrate that of the doe. And that is a clear sign of what? Successful breeding. So we have recorded one success here. So but we are looking at 3 successful fall offs. So we are still waiting. So one of the things is that while it is doing that, it's a clear sign that it also had a good time, but it is also preparing, taking rest. Just as in human love making, I believe when a man is able to ejaculate, it may take some time to move on to the next stage of the love making. I don't have much knowledge there. Let me leave it like that. But we at this juncture, what we are looking at here is a successful breeding. So we have had one successful fall off. But somebody may want to also know why are we doing it more than one time? Yes, the issue here is that after a successful breeding, the doe may pass urine. And if it passes urine, we will notice sometimes that there may be this slippery or something that looks like phlegm may come out, or even mucus may be on the floor of the cage, very slippery. So it is an indication that the semen that was passed by the back has been urinated out. So, and you wouldn't want this to happen in your breeding process. So that is why you want to do it first, second fall off, third fall off, and others may even go fourth and then fifth. So we are having the second mountain here, and then you see this is a fall off. This is a fall off. So we have recorded as second successful fall off, and you can see it is repeating the same thing, stamping the back feet on the cage. An indication that there was a successful fall off. So for us in rabbit practice, our focus is to record 3 successful falls off. But for the purpose of this video, we will do 4 falls off or even more, so that when you are doing your own, you will know what to do and how to go about it. As you can see, while it is also doing that, it is also resting and preparing for the next mountain. Okay, it may be cuddling or tickling the doe and all that. You know, it's not just achieving pregnancy, but they are also having fun. They are also having good time. So you see, all these are part of the process. So, but you as a breeder or as a rabbit farmer, your focus is achieving successful breeding. You want your doe to be pregnant so that you can start. You can note down the date and then start counting your days. And the gestation period for rabbits is 28 days to 32 days. So after a successful breeding, you are expecting within 28 days or 32 days, you should be able to, your doe should litter, it should give birth. So when it is above 32 days and you have not seen any sign, it means your breeding process was not successful. So one of the things too is that after the day of breeding, you count up to 14 to 15 days, then you can do pregnancy tests. Somebody probably is looking at how will you achieve that test. You are looking at how to determine whether your process was successful or your doe is pregnant. So from 14 days to 15 days, you can do what we call palpating, where you can detect whether actually there are bunnies in the tummy or the womb of the doe. So maybe in another video we can look at palpating or how to determine if your rabbit is pregnant. But let's put our focus on achieving a successful breeding. So you see, it has mounted on the doe again, and then that's another fall off. So we have 3 successful fall off. Bravo to our back, which is a Dutch breed, and our doe, which is a female who is also a chinchilla breed. But we are looking at this combination because the Dutch breed may come in black and white, but the white is always around the neck and then the forehead. But we are looking at this Dutch having the same gray color like that of the chinchilla, because the bunnies we want to produce, we want to get bunnies that are of a uniform color. So we want to get more of chinchillas and less of Dutch. So what you have seen here is that we have put back the doe in this cage and we are removing it to send it back to the back cage. So one of the things too is that after the first successful fall off or second successful fall off, the back may not want to mount again. It will be resting. So you can take off the female, which is the doe, out of the back cage But also notice that in the process, you only send the female to the back cage. Send your doe to the back cage, not the other way around. Okay, because they are territorial in nature. So one thing you have to note is that you have to assist the back as it is trying to get a successful breeding. You too have to assist it so that it will be a success. You can see trying to position the doe so that they can be another mountain. Because sometimes the genital of the female may be pointing to some point of the side of. Oh, we have a successful fall off here again. I think this is the fourth fall off. And you can see it is cuddling the doe again. So if the genital of the female is pointing to one of the sides of the cage, you have to use your hand to assist it, to reposition it so that there will be space for the back to mount. So I think for the people, we have achieved the purpose of the video. And I believe we have learned a lot. Do well to subscribe and also hit on the notification bell so that when next we post videos, your attention will be drawn to our video so that we can grow and learn in this process together. So you see what is going on. Yes. Okay. I believe this video was helpful. I believe it was helpful. So they are having good time. They are enjoying themselves. But your focus should be that you should have a successful breeding. That should be the focus here. Successful breeding. So thank you very much for your time. Do well to subscribe and hit on the notification bell so that you will be drawn. Your attention will be drawn to our videos when next we post. Thank you, and I believe you have learned something. Share with us if there's something you still want to know in the breeding process so that in our next video we will try to address it. Thank you very much once again for your time, and this is your right destination for anything rabbitry and more as far as livestock breeding is concerned.